Jungkook, they burst into tears and hugged him. Hey, nothing will happen to Grandpa. He rubbed their back. Appa was on the OT, so he didn't pick up Grandma's call. The house helper was out. Grandma was so numb to even think of anything. If if Jacob didn't get there, what would have happened? Joe went there, right? Why should we think about that impossibilities? The surgery is going on, and he will come out of like an true champion. He is. He consoled they slightly tilted his head, and eyes showed with tear. Grandpa will be fine, right? Grandpa will be fine. He repeated the words to make him believe. You pray for him. They nodded. Congratulations, Sir Kim. The surgery was successful. Your father is out of danger. But still, the next 48 hours was critical. As you know, we will keep her in under observation, the doctor said. Thanks. Appa having a sign in relief. Thank God. Grandma started. Grandpa was shifted to the room, but nobody allowed to meet him. In the afternoon, a nurse told them that Grandpa had gained consciousness and that could meet him. One by one, they start going inside. Grandma and Appa first meet him. They was looking at them for the distance. Grandpa called him in almost a whisper. He knew how sensitive he was. They stepped forward and sat down on the chair beside the bed. Aien was with him too. Look, Aien, Grandpa is fine. We got scared for nothing. They said he was trying to convince himself. In the name of Aien. Son, I am fine. Grandpa said in a low voice. You scared me so much. They said to Grandpa and kissed his hand. Grandpa, I didn't like your prank at all. Please don't scare me even like this. He tied his hold on her hand. He fought back all the negative emotion because he didn't want to cry in front of Grandpa. They will take care of you from now on. I won't leave you, Grandpa, but please take care and don't scare me like this ever. I can't bear it. He set his hand and kissed it. Jungkook snapped his head in his direction. His heart was sink on his forehead. For a moment his biggest fear was standing tall in front of him. He's going to leave me. Later in the night, Jungkook dropped Grandma, Aien, in Kim Villa and went back to home. Young Zappa and Jehob were staying in the hospital to look after Grandpa. Jungkook sent Aien and the young staff in the morning through a driver. It's been over 3 weeks since the incident, and the past 3 weeks so much has changed in all their lives. Young and Aien were staying at Kim Villa. Jungkook used to pay them a visit every evening and leave them, putting Aien to sleep. Young was still stuck in the world and avoid him as much as possible, and was successful in doing that. Jungkook was extremely patient all this time, and much as he behaved for hurting, he gave him time. He had sleepless and lonely night, missing Aien, but yet he gave the night over, his own flesh and blood that didn't complain ever once. On the other hand, they was restless too. They had several emotional breakdown, and somehow he convinced himself that all this is better for him, that his rejection and all about there was one question which was bothering both of them, and they had what's going to the future of their daughter, because she cannot live without their both parents. Which color of floor do you want, Aien? They asked and showed yellow and red paint. Red or yellow? Which one, Aien? Aien stared at they and his eyes were wide open, and then pick up a green color for the floor and give it to they. It's green, they laughed. But don't worry, we can paint the leaf and grass by using the color. Aien wanted his flower green. Grandma chuckled. They turned his head and looked at Grandma, who was sitting on the sofa. She would understand everything, Grandma. They smiled and turned his head to Aien. She's a baby, almost little baby. They said in a baby voice and kissed Aien's nose. They poured down a green color on the platter. Uma, Aien called him and sit near Taeyong, keep his one hand on Taeyong's hand. Yes, they looked up at the plate toward Aien, but he didn't instead. She was instantly looking at whatever they was doing. Taeyong picked up the red and yellow tube and poured some color on them. Uma, this time Aien dragged his name a little bit. Yes, Uma saw. They glanced back at Aien signaled toward the color, probably asking for what was that. We are going to draw and paint so much, so my baby can learn the difference between the colors. That grandpa has bought this for you yesterday. Remember? Taeyong said, let's start. They picked up a brush. He dipped into the red paint. This is red, your favorite color this day, they said to him. They were busy in painting and controlling Aien for touching the color. Sir, can you please check the expiry date of these medicines? Helper said. They placed the paintbrush on the platter. He took the medicine one by one from Helper and explained, Aien, move away. Aien was playing with the platter and brush. Her color was sleeveless frock, and her face were by red, yellow, and glade color patches. Aien. Taeyong gasped. Aien smiled show her to a front teeth. The side in front of they was assuming and cute. Oh, she's looking adorable. Grandpa laughed. What you have done, Aien? They shook his head and tried to take the brush and platter for her. Aien shrugged and clawed into the opposite direction. Aien, come on, let's get up and clean up. Taeyong said he glared at the wall clock and murmured, Jungkook, come. At this time. No. Aien screamed. She got up on her feet and started running around. Aien, but before she could end another word, Taeyong looked up at Jungkook, who was standing in front of Aien. He stepped forward and picked up in his arm. He kissed Aien's cheeks. They kept standing there at his place. He had a quite busy evening. Jungkook said, Aien had all the paint over her. Aien bubbled and replied, showing his paint on her hand. His shirt was stained by all the colors, but it didn't bother him. He looked at them the moment their eyes met. They slowly turned around and gathered all the mess they both created in the living room. Jungkook, come inside, son. Why are you standing here at the entrance? Grandma called him. Jungkook walked inside and bent down in front of Grandma. Grandma held his face between his hands and kissed his head, but instant she foamed. You have a high fever, they burst hearing Grandma's word, and features were tense. I'm doing well, Grandma. Jungkook said, and Grandma kissed his head and told him to sit beside her. I can see how well you are. Did you take medicine? Jungkook shook his head. I'll be okay. You don't worry. Grandpa and Jaehoop appeared. Jaehoop was holding Grandpa's arm protectively. Jaehoop had taken him out for a walk. It was not a single day. Jaehoop let Grandma alone. They was only around him. Jungkook, when did you come, son? Grandpa said. Jungkook greeted them and asked Grandpa about his health. I feel better. Grandpa gave a weak smile. Aien, what are you up to? Jaehoop chuckled. Aien smiled. By now she had put the picture on the paints on Jungkook's face as well. They give Jungkook a clean shirt of your appa, Grandpa said, and they nodded. Jungkook took Aien to Taeyong's room. Taeyong joined them with a t-shirt in his hand. He silently formed it toward him. He took it for him.